Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode on Stockertim. Welcome to Stockertim Special. So today, Nvidia is now a $4 trillion company. Nvidia is now the world's most valuable company by market cap, and Nvidia has now surpassed Apple, which used to be, the darling of Wall Street, the darling of the financial markets. Apple is no longer the winner or the leading company in terms of market cap. Nvidia is now leading Apple by about a whopping at least about $1 trillion. How did Nvidia get here? What is the journey for Nvidia going forward? And what should you be doing, especially with the tailwind that Nvidia is actually latching on to become the leader in AI transformation, AI orchestration, and AI boom? On this episode, I'll be talking more about why Nvidia is still the stock to actually own, and what exactly you should be making out of what is going on in the AI sector and the entire ecosystem. Of course, every information shared on this channel is for education and information purpose only. Do your due diligence or consult a financial advisor before making any decision. Please give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, put on your notification bell so that you don't miss any updates and any special episode that will bring your way. I will jump right in now. So the story of Nvidia has been a very remarkable one. Nvidia is actually one of the biggest and most surprising story on Wall Street. As we speak, Nvidia is now the world's most valuable company by market capitalization of over $4 trillion. Nvidia has now gone ahead to take the lead from Apple, and Nvidia is now the most valuable company. How did this Nvidia get here? We all actually know how Nvidia got here, but what exactly is this for us as investors? Either you're a shareholder of Nvidia or you are actually looking to own Nvidia. At this current valuation, is Nvidia really prepping up for another boom towards $5 trillion that will actually put it in a position that will make it very difficult for any other company to be as valuable as Nvidia? Or will Nvidia actually pull back? I'm going to make a few cases as to whether this is going to be a bull run that continues for Nvidia, whether there is still going to be a pullback, in my own opinion, of course, and whether this is also a tailwind for the entire AI industry. So the first thing we actually need to look at is that Nvidia really has performed and outperformed where the entire market actually thought it would be. At the beginning of this year, we had DeepSeek, which was a large language model out of China that the entire ecosystem actually thought is going to maybe reduce the revenue for Nvidia or even make Nvidia's business to perhaps be cut into half. But between that time and now, as a matter of fact, during that DeepSeek discovery, Nvidia actually pulled back by close to about 30%. But between that time and now, Nvidia has now clawed back all the losses. As a matter of fact, Nvidia is now up year to date by over 20%. Now, what exactly happened to DeepSeek, and is DeepSeek still relevant? Is DeepSeek and every other large language model, would they still continue to push the boundaries of the scale of processing information, providing answers, AI becoming cheaper? It is yet to be seen. As a matter of fact, the case that Nvidia actually made that made Nvidia to actually claw back all the losses is that the AI boom has not even started. Now we have what we call sovereign AI, which is countries, governments, public institutions now, trying to deploy AI in their ecosystem, trying to deploy AI for defense, for national security, for healthcare, for social services, for infrastructure build out, and also management. So the case that Nvidia made was that instead of the likes of DeepSeek or cheaper large language model making it cheaper for AI to be used by just about anybody, including governments, more GPUs will actually need to be deployed for all of this build out, all of the sovereign AI, deployment for business, for finance, for government, for defense, for national security. It is still going to need a lot of the GPUs, which is the hardware that actually allows the large language model to be trained and to also, continue to be developed over time. That's one angle, which is a bull case. The second bull case is that the AI industry is now more or less at the forefront of the next industrial revolution. So we have moved out of the era where we are in the era where AI is going to actually determine so much more of what we do, how we live, how we eat, how we actually protect the environment, and even how we produce and use energy. So AI is a very, very power hungry infrastructure, especially at the hardware level, and also at the large language model, LLM model, the likes of ChatGPT, the likes of Anthropic, the likes of Claude AI, and all of the other large language models that are out there. They need a lot of power, and as soon as the power build out continues to actually roll out, the likes of Nvidia will only get much more demand for the GPUs. So that's the second case. And the third case is that the more Nvidia continues to get so much build out, so much demands for its GPUs, the more Nvidia becomes the entire ecosystem player. So it's just very similar to what we had when Microsoft became the de facto and more or less the most popular operating system that every other businesses, every other institution, every other person actually was having in their laptops, in their desktop computers, and the entire computing industry was actually almost powered by Microsoft up until 20 years ago when Apple, the iOS actually came into the mix. But even up till today, Windows is still having a large chunk of the market, and that's likely what is going to happen for Nvidia. Nvidia also plays in the software part of the AI business. Nvidia has CUDA, which is the software platform for Nvidia's GPUs and Nvidia's AI system. So at the end of the day, Nvidia will continue to be much more valuable. Yes, Nvidia is likely to get to about 5 or even almost 6 trillion, maybe in the next 1 or 2, 3 years. But at the end of the day, I don't necessarily see the headwind for Nvidia. As a matter of fact, the entire boom and hype and investment that is going into AI, at least in the next 5 to 6 years, will only benefit Nvidia and also every other company in that ecosystem. But Nvidia will continue to take the large chunk. So where are the drawbacks or even some of the headwinds? And before I go into that, I'll be inviting you. I'm just inviting you, using the opportunity to invite you. Join our community, our Stockertim Premium community. We share so much more insights, so much more trade alerts, so much more guidance on how you can actually, take your investing journey to the next level. It is not financial advice. It is not regulated advice. You still have to do your due diligence. But if you are looking for guidance, if you are looking for, even stock picks that you can do further research on, and also construct and build a more balanced portfolio, join the community, and I will drop the link. You can see it up there. I've actually dropped it here. I'll also drop it to the description of this video. So if you have watched this video to this point, where exactly is Nvidia actually going as a stock? I'm going to show you the chart for Nvidia, and I'll also point out a few things that I actually believe might be the headwind for Nvidia. So as you can see, year to date, between January and now, Nvidia has actually moved up by 27%. As we can see, the market is still open now. If you actually look at this period when we had the Trump tariff, the height of the uncertainty, Nvidia went as low as $94.31. As a matter of fact, when we had the DeepSeek AI in February, Nvidia actually went down to about $116 per share. So between that time and now, Nvidia has now almost clawed back, has actually clawed back all the losses, and Nvidia is now, if you actually move to the site, you can see that Nvidia is now, the most valuable company. You can see 4.1 trillion dollars, which is quite remarkable. If you actually look at the 1 year, Nvidia has returned over 35% in the last 5 years, which is quite a huge jump, a huge leap forward for Nvidia, over 1,500%. Now, will Nvidia continue to move up? Absolutely not. There will be pullbacks here and there. We still have, uncertainty between Nvidia's business and China. Although Nvidia has now almost, resolved that issue. Nvidia is likely to be going back to China to be selling some of the chips that it has made for China. The government and the U.S. government and Nvidia and China in between. I think they've now agreed to something. However, at this level, Nvidia will still continue to see pullbacks here and there, but this stock seems to be unstoppable, and that's why our Stockertim Premium community, we invite everyone to join. We actually share most of these insights. We have detailed stock picks with sectoral focuses, with different teams, depending on your investment journey, your investment appetite, your risk appetite. We actually provide all this guidance. Like I said, it's not regulated advice. You still have to do your due diligence. You can consult your financial advisor if you have to, but at the end of the day, we provide you with all the tools and education that you need. So that's what we think about Nvidia. Nvidia seems unstoppable at this point, but as a shareholder or as a would-be investor, you still have to be aware that past performance is not a guarantee of future performance. So you still have to make sure you manage your risk and you actually understand that there is risk to your capital. But congratulations to Nvidia, congratulations to Nvidia shareholders. Nvidia is now the world's most valuable company, and perhaps maybe Apple will give it a run in the next couple of weeks. We will come to that as soon as we get a few more updates in our next episode. So thank you so much. Please subscribe to this channel, put on notification bell so that you don't miss any updates. Till next time, take care and bye bye. Keep investing and keep growing.